Okay, we got the Week 12 recap. I'm still going to do it tonight. Week 12 is not over at all. We still got tomorrow. But all the games are wrapped up already in our league, so there's nothing, nothing really to wait for tomorrow. But we'll still enjoy tomorrow. Still be nice. I am wearing the Robert Griffin III jersey in honor of his start tomorrow night. I actually changed this. It says Washington. It does not look like it's easy to see. It says Washington. I did this like over a year ago before they announced change, but I had to, and I even kept the IN because they are the same letters. Did he not admit? Did I not admit him? Oh, there we go. Hank's hopping in. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm setting the tone for today, really. That is the music. Actually, I guess you can't see my screen. I'm not screen recording. But that's okay. I'm just gonna continue the pandemic boy vibes from last week real quick. Elliott Smith, Figure Eight. It's a pretty good one. This is like my third favorite Elliott Smith album, but it's the only one I've ever seen in stores. So I bought it, and I still like it. So that's cool. Very pandemic boy vibes. Oh wow, I thought you burned that. And the Ray Sremmerd, Srem Life 2 is the other one. Not very pandemic boy vibes, but still it'll do in a pinch. You can utilize it.
That album is a real crowd pleaser.
Couple things. I'm going to send a message about a few of these things. Let me just review what I had here. There's a few things that we have to vote on at some point in time. So let's see here. Yeah, so I'm gonna do. I'll probably try and do it for each of the playoff games, but we'll see. But for sure, for the championship game, we're gonna have media day on Thursday. So I'm just gonna lob some questions out there, and we'll see what you guys can do with that. But if people are down to do it for the semis or the quarters, I'm more than happy to get my Rick Ralph going for a few minutes there. But not actually. I would hopefully be better than Rick Ralph. You would hope, but who knows? Jordan won't like that. Jordan's a 1290 guy. He won't like that. But Jordan, I mean, I gotta. I'm going to just to clarify here, the home team in the championship will be the team with the better record. If there's a tie, it will be the team from the division with the better cumulative record. It won't be by points because, it doesn't really matter. I think, and we'll vote on it just to make sure, just because it's later in the year. But I think that the 2-point home field advantage is fine. I think that's pretty agreeable. We'll weigh opinions. I'm sure Bailey's okay with it. He's accustomed to that. So we'll see. We can vote on that. We can vote on the lottery thing too. Obviously I don't love it, but it is what it is. But we'll see. We'll get around to that one.
I have my reasons for that. There's definitely some controversy this week.
Yeah, no, well, you see, Matt said he's not going to tank this week again. I was like upset about him tanking, but it clinched me the first overall pick at this present time at least, which is nice. So I mean, it didn't hurt me in any way anyway, but he did say next week he's going to try and beat Jose, because if he beats Jose, and if Ito beats myself, I'm pretty sure, then Ito is going to jump Jose into the playoffs. So Matt has said he's going to try and beat Jose for that. I hope he does. It'll be fun. We don't throw a week 13 game, right? It's you pick second, you pick third. If you got your guys, I think you're good to go. Hank declined my Taysom Hill trade offer. Foul. Man,
Wasn't offer.
No, it wasn't. I mean, he wouldn't hurt your team by any means, but
No, my quarterback play is surprisingly poor considering how well I'm doing. Like
especially with
really,
fruit
really,
there
I've got one good week out of Baker, and that's been it.
too. Yeah, no, I remember. I certainly recall. I'm gonna do a Pro Bowl roster, which will be one for each division. I don't know how many players per position, but there'll be like an all division team, and then there'll be like an all pro team, all league, all CFL style kind of thing. Just for shits, I don't know, why not, right? And also because I've been doing weekly things. I'll do some year end awards. I'll scheme up some year end awards. Some of them might just be fun, but we'll do that. I still am going to try and procure a trophy, so that'll be something I'm going to track down before the finals for sure. There's a few local proprietors that I have spoken to on the phone, so we'll get that going. I think that was it for now. If anyone has any ideas for the playoffs or for like the championship game specifically, I think like having the two guys in the championship game like on live would be pretty fucking funny. But if they don't oblige to that, then it is what it is. But I wouldn't mind seeing that. But either way. And then I guess also we will vote at some point. I think most people seem to be okay with it. Having the like practice roster spots next year. It could be 2. It could even be more than 2. I would be fine if it's if it was like maybe if it has to be like a guy in his first couple of years or something. I'm not sure, but if it's like 2 spots or 4 spots for like a rookie or a younger guy. Maybe anyone. I'll have to weigh some opinions, but just to, I don't know. I guess just expand the rosters in a different way. But they wouldn't be eligible to play right away because then it's just the same as a regular spot. Wouldn't make any sense. So I think that was most of like the new shit. Matt hasn't replied to me yet. But I was gonna do a quick. Matt has bought one of these packs here. I have 8 of them. Matt has purchased one. He hasn't texted me back yet, so I won't open his quite yet. But I'm gonna open 2. Little live unboxing. Maybe I get that Joe Burrow Grail. I have this loose pack here too. This is This was a nice request by Matt, It's good to see. Oh, look at that. Brandon Cooks. Oh, there's like old guys in here. Damn. Oh, Matt. Nick Chubb. Wow. Got the Darrington Evans rookie card. Splendid.
Be valuable one day.
And Bob Greasy.
Ooh, the Bob Greasy.
I'm not sure why. But hey, there's Bob Greasy. Brian Greasy is just okay. He's just okay. Nothing special about Brian Greasy.
Dolphins were better without Bob Greasy, if we're being honest.
Well, see, I don't know about that. They won with him. They didn't win with Dan, man.
They won with Earl Morrall. They never lost with Earl Morrall, Connor. I'll have you know.
You know what?
Drew Bledsoe was good, but I'm sure the Patriots don't regret him getting hurt.
That's true. Stephon Diggs. Ooh. Sam Darnold. Derrick Henry.
Oh, the GOAT.
Tyler Boyd. That's the green parallel, so that's like a not a base card. It's not really anything special, but it is not a base card. My own draft pick from this year, Bryan Edwards, rookie. KJ Osborne, rookie from the Vikings. Tommy Stevens, rookie on the Saints. and a Jason Huntley rookie. Pretty mid pack, not gonna lie. Yep, nothing really worth even $1 in there, but that's what you play the game for. So I will be opening those later. I might do it at the end, but I won't clog up the time right now. So I think we can dive into the content here. Okay, so yeah, a few of these games aren't over yet, but nothing's like close or anything. So everything's decided, I should say. So yeah, Jordan got back in the win column. I didn't really have like a terrible week, but those guys last night kind of flopped. Could have been a bit more, but if he puts up 149, I'm likely gonna lose. So it is what it is. I do not mind picking early in the draft at this point. I might as well. Let's see here. Yeah, so and actually I said 150. As long as that game gets played tomorrow afternoon, it'll be even more than that. So did not have much of a shot. Now Jordan bench David Montgomery, and not that David Montgomery's like been fantastic in fantasy, but Green Bay is terrible against running backs. They really are. So I thought that was interesting. He played Nyheim Hines, which isn't terrible. I know Jonathan Taylor was out, so it's not the worst, but I just thought I would maybe highlight that. I had a whole bunch of guys get like 4 points again, but James Robinson, man, how about that? He has just been
very good.
He's been nice.
Good piece to build around.
Certainly, yeah. That was a nice one. And yeah, look for maybe a few of these guys to be gone this week. You never know. Yeah, so Hank, big 181 points on the bench even. Ronald could have had you almost up to 190, I think. So yeah, pretty nice week, and that's as you said, with the QB at 7. Big week from the running backs, 71.
Huge week from the core of my team, running backs, the receivers. Defense played well. Rams D's been very good. Rams D's been very good. Got him off the waiver wire mid-season, so that's been a pleasant surprise. I'll volunteer to be a nominee for worst benching of the week. I benched Young Ho Koo, and that guy's done nothing but just kick field goals. Like that's all this guy has. Like he's an absolute machine. There was no possible reason for me to bench him.
There was some worse benchings. I assure you.
Well, as we go. That was
I will bring it up. Well, I will actually bring it up again, but I think there was a few that were worse. Sam in the long run, losing Will Fuller, that's tough, and he's already kind of thinned out at running back. Chris Carson's healthy, so Hyde doesn't have a ton of touches in that coming his way. So if McCaffrey comes back, that'll be big for him. That's kind of.
I'm just gonna say Will Fuller's points counting this week very controversial. I was a little upset. I mean, he's clearly roiding.
It's a fair take.
They probably knew he was positive before he even played, and they just let it go.
I would absolutely.
Very very controversial.
Yeah, you know what? I think McCaffrey coming back on time, it really is what it comes down to for Sam here in the playoffs.
Sam gets out of the first. If Sam doesn't win next week,
yeah, if he gets that first round bye, McCaffrey could be back.
Then I can get to the
very big for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, next week will be interesting for him for sure. Well, the whole West really. 3 guys I think can still get that top spot. I don't know the tiebreakers. That might not be true, but
Sam has the tiebreaker over me. We have the same record though.
Oh, okay. I don't know if he has it over Jose or not.
I don't think Jose could catch him.
Yeah, he's at 6, so I mean he could.
Jose at 6?
Does he have it over you? He does,
no,
right?
I don't. Yeah, he would.
I don't know. It would be interesting.
Definitely will be interesting.
Big win for Ito to stay alive here. I'm in the same division as them, and I outscored both of them. I just want that to be highlighted. But it is what it is. Ito stays alive. Me and Ito play next week. As much as I would love to possibly throw my game and let him make the playoffs over Jose, I will be fielding the most competent lineup I am able to. And, we'll see what happens next week. We'll duke it out. Wayne Gallman's a nice play. He's been pretty steady. Jonnu had 0, and they put up 45 points. Very concerning. I traded him away in another league, and I feel nice about it. Well, it actually doesn't matter, but I still feel nice about it. Jose almost could have won if he didn't play a defense at all, which is kind of funny, but he still would have lost by a few points. But 21-point swing on the defense is what did it. Now, Jose benched Austin Eckler for J.D. McKissick.
Oh.
Yeah, so he took that from you. That's his. He can hold that. I understand that Austin Eckler wasn't healthy. I actually benched him in a separate league, but I did it for Mike Davis, who has a way higher touch volume. I'm not actually going to defend my decision because it was still poor, but that one against his favorite team, McKissick too. What are we rooting for here? In last week in Jose's league, I benched 2 Buccaneers. The Rams beat them. It was fantastic. That's the best case scenario, you know. So that's tough. Eckler, 15 points, would have won him the game, and would have clinched him a playoff spot and a good shot at the number 1 seed. So that's, you know, I hope you realize that what you've done there, Jose. Bailey is, I think Jordan has maybe locked up first now because he has the tiebreaker over him. But, you know, a nice win for Bailey. It looks like I think he's going to get second place because of that. Him and Stain have a rematch in 2 weeks. It looks like, I'm pretty sure that's like mathematically clinched at this point. So that'll be fun. Yeah, if you look at that rematch there, Bailey had a good week at 130, but Kyler is not usually going to get 10 points. Stephon Diggs usually won't get 7 points. So, you know, Stain definitely could be putting up more. You know, Boyd at 3. Brennan Allen is exceptionally mid, the definition of the damn word. So, I mean, who knows? He could have fucking 2 points one game. He could have 12 points one game. So, you know, who knows? Bailey benched Deebo Samuel, who is very good, very concerning player in the NFC West. And not only that, but he has nothing but success against Los Angeles, and that is who he was playing. So I would have played him, but he won. So, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Stain luckily benched Antonio Brown because I think he had him in his lineup for most of the week. You know, it didn't really matter. I guess I should also say Zeke usually won't get 3, but honestly, like, what has it been lately? You know, can I actually say that? You know, who knows? You know, other than the 18 last week, pretty tough numbers for the lad. And you know, he was absolutely a must-have in Hank and I's ESPN league that Bailey is the commissioner of. You know, you need to swing Zeke out. I traded him last year. I was ahead of the curve, and now he's getting shipped out.
He's been passed around a few times, quite a few times.
Bailey traded for Tyreek Hill.
Just maybe different. It was a different
trades.
Probably one of the worst trades I've ever seen in fantasy. Just an absolutely atrocious day for everyone in the league.
Yeah, and it's not PPR either, so like it, you know, it doesn't.
Tyreek Hill went and put up like 51 points in his first game for Bailey. Like,
yeah,
Bailey doesn't need that.
Yeah, you know, I took the brunt of that, man.
Got his roster, unbelievable. Don't do business with Bailey. He'll get you.
Yeah, I agree, man. So Ryan had a good week. He had 0 from Sony Michel. Really not a good play, man. Like, he is like the 3rd string running back. Even with Rex Burkhead out, he's not really getting touches. James White had 2 rushing touchdowns. Damian Harris is the lead back. So, I mean, it's and Sony's not a receiving back. He does not have much of a role carved out there for himself. I love the, you know, I mean, 51 right there, you know, you can't fucking go wrong with that. Cam Akers, lovely start, had a good little game there for himself, 14 points, which is nice. Ryan still has Baltimore and Marquise Brown, so he could eclipse 140 here.
Ravens defense have to get like 11 points for that to happen.
I mean, yeah, Marquise Brown could certainly have 0 points.
You heard it here first. He's going to have less than 3.5 fantasy points.
I'll take it.
You heard it here first.
It's not the craziest take. Now, Matt, like, you know, he threw the game. Obviously, it's, you know, there's no secret there. Now, I would like to point out that even if he played all his nice, good players, all in tip-top shape down there, he wouldn't have been close. Clyde 4, Coop had 5, DJ Moore got hurt. He has, I think, Jalen Hurts is his only quarterback right now. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Have you seen that? Did anyone else know that? Wow, that's interesting. He might keep him, I guess. That's not the worst decision, but that's his only QB, Jalen Hurts. There's no buys this week, so this is everyone. Yeah, even then, Ryan still would have beat him. So a good week for Ryan, regardless. Either way, he had that one wrapped up. He does have some good running backs on the bench here, but it is what it is. But he did say, like I said, he said next week that he will not be tanking, losing the game on purpose. Because next week we have, even though the standings aren't updated yet, we have this game right here. Myself and Ito. Ito beat Jose back in like the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season. I can't remember exactly when. And that was the only time they played. So he has that tiebreaker. And so if he beats me and if Matt beats Jose, then Ito will get ahead of Jose into the playoffs there. So definitely some intrigue over these first 2 matchups. Sam can lock up first with a win. I think Jordan is already locked up first, but a couple of, if Sam wins, those are the teams with the first round buys. So an interesting game to close the year there. Hank and Bailey are Hank definitely is playing for some seeding. I think Bailey's locked in. But that's a good rivalry that stretches out to another league, and Bailey's just letting all the collusion go right under his nose.
It's just a mess. Just a mess in that league.
Even though I made one of the trades that Hank is referring to, but
one of the
to be discussed.
One of the seedier games probably this year in the league, strippers and booger sugar doers. So, be safe. Be safe if you're attending.
4-3-1, gonna be.
Gotta watch out. Keep your wallet in your front pocket.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
And then Stan and Ryan. Stan is, I'm pretty sure, locked into third place in his division there. Ryan is obviously not going to crack the playoffs this time around. So not a ton going on in this one. Just a little divisional tilt. A chance to get healthy a little bit. And I don't know. I don't think there was a really any injuries this week that would affect anyone long term. DJ Moore, like I said, for Matt, he might be out for a while, but Matt won't be in the playoffs, so it's not. That's not a big one. Your whole team isn't showing up. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, no, I benched everyone.
Oh, nice. I like it.
I benched everyone, and they went and blew up for 180. I think it galvanized the team, really. Everyone's playing for a spot. It's playoffs now. No one's guaranteed anymore. Michael Thomas, he doesn't get a spot anymore. It's not a guarantee.
So yeah, I have to try and find a way to change this also. Otherwise I'll just have to make the matches myself, but that's fine. I can do that. So yeah, that's nothing's really updated there. I was gonna also, yeah, I think that was probably about it. So yeah, like I said, I will. I'll get something out about some of the stuff that we can vote on before the playoffs. I guess I should say the trade deadline will be Friday, next Friday, or yeah, there's no Thursday nighter, so I'll do it. We'll say it's next Friday. Other than that, like I was saying, Week 16 Fantasy Championship weekend. There's a Friday night game the Saints and Vikings, which is Christmas. They play each other. It's actually at like 3. There's also 5 NBA games that day. So that's pretty nice. The 26th on the Saturday, there is, I believe, 3 games, if I'm not mistaken, a triple header. Then there's 9 games or whatever on Sunday, and then there's also a Monday nighter. That's pending any rescheduling, but there's 4 days for whoever's in the finals to have to sweat that out. So that'll be a pretty fun week. It's I know this week's been 6 days, but it is what it is. So that's what I'll send the shit to vote on. Once again, I'll field any ideas for any playoff shenanigans, anything like that. I'm all ears. So that's that. Now, I guess for the rankings, I texted Matt that he was going to be 8th, but I actually am going to make Matt 9th, just because I think that even though I haven't really put my foot down by any means, I'm going to just set a little bit of a precedent that these rankings that are purely off the top of my head, you will fall to the bottom of them, and that's your consequence, and it's up to you how much you care about that. It could be very little, and I understand that, but that's where you'll be checking in. Sam is still 8th. He hasn't changed his team name back, which is good to see. 0 girlies, 0 cups. I think Jordan's lawsuit could possibly be resolved because Sam has 0 of those things on his team. So he's still at 8. The pewter helmet has been much maligned, so it is what it is on that one. Number 7 is Ryan, because I couldn't think of a single reason to make him go any higher. But he won, and he had a good week. But there's some guys vying for playoff spots, and I think it's time that we kind of let things settle down a little bit. So on that front, at number 6 will be
7.
Number 7. No, I did Matt and Sam and Ryan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So now 6. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make Jose 6. I want to maybe frustrate him a little bit, but also if he played Austin Eckler, who's just one of his guys, similar situation for me. But if he played Austin Eckler, he would be in the playoffs. He would have clinched the playoff spot. Ito would be out. It would be said and done, and Jose would be cruising on to possibly get first place this week with a couple results going his way. But he's instead having to sweat it out next week. I am on like a 7 game. I don't know. I've lost a lot of games in a row, so he'd need me to just to lose, which I mean is seems fairly likely. So I mean, who knows, man? That could be interesting next week. So I'll park him there because that one move that would have been it. 5. I'll have Ito at 5 just because he's like kind of the one guy who hasn't clinched yet that's still in the picture. But he stayed alive. He had a gritty week. 106. He grinded out the win, and you look to next week. You're on to Cincinnati type of deal. It's good to get a nice little win there for him. Number 4 will be Stain. Sub 100 week, 99.95. He's very close, but sub 100 week. Settling down. He's going to finish 3rd in the East, which he made the playoffs. Tip of the cap to the lad, but he's just right there. So number 3 is going to be number 3 is Bailey. He had a good week, had a good win. It was nice for him. 130 is not bad. He locked up 2nd place, which is nice. He's not going to get the bye, but it's a good seeding game. He'll be the home team, so he will, pending a vote by the council, he maybe 2 points there. Number 2 will be Hank. and I was close to making him number one. Big week, 181 points. He's hot. He's won 6 of 7, maybe 7 of 8. I can't remember what it is.
7 of 8.
7 of 8. So yeah, he's hot. The only reason I didn't is because Jordan has locked up first place in the East, and I believe probably first place in the league. So it's only right that and he's 149 with Juju still to go. So he's gonna have a nice week also. So we'll have Hank checking in at a close 2 though. He's trending in the right direction. Could certainly still get that bye possibly, which is a good turnaround for him. So yeah, that's 2-1 there. I'm gonna open the rest of those packs. If I get anything good, you will certainly see it in the group chat before you actually see this video. So that will be nice and fun. Also today in an assignment for this economics class, I got to scrutinize the Chicago Blackhawks contracts after their 3rd Stanley Cup win. And, I was giving it to Stan Bowman. You have to.
He destroyed it.
He did, man. It was about how macroeconomics affected like the salary cap.
The Brent Seabrook contract was just unbelievable.
That one was bad. I mean, the Taves and Kane ones were pretty crazy too.
But at least those guys are like good players.
Yeah. Brent Seabrook's bad. He's like not even in the league.
No, he's like their 7th defenseman. He makes like millions of dollars.
It's like Ben Sherratt just making like $8 million a year.
Ben Sherratt, Brandon Tanev, and Tyler Myers just like dipping Winnipeg and getting just like massive contracts. Like what?
I made it easy. Yeah, fuck.
Like that Tanev contract in Pittsburgh was insane.
It's like 6 years.
6 years, $3.5 million per year to be a 4th liner. What?
That's nuts, man. 6 fucking years. That's like Milan Lucic's contract, but not quite as bad.
Terrible, man. Like
that term is wild. Like I'm giving him 2 maximum. Like what is that?
He was good on the Jets because he made like $700K a year on like a 1-year deal. They just signed like 1-year deals, and then Pittsburgh just like went off.
That was wild. They're gonna suck.
I always thought like I was gonna play with like Malkin on the 2nd line. Like I don't know what their scouting department was seeing, but
he's not a talented offensive lad. Jordan's a big fan of him, so I hope I'm not upsetting him. But
Jordan can square up.
Jordan can square up, honestly.
Brandon Tanev is a fan favorite, but he's not a good hockey player. Come on.
No, he's not. He's not.
No, Andrew Copp was the only good player on the Lowry Copp Tanev line. There.
Imagine him under Dave Lowry, Hank. It changes everything.
Are you excited for the Jets to play Adam Lowry at 2nd line center?
I'm excited for Charlie Huddy to roll out the same defensive structure.
Charlie Huddy's they're gonna like claim Boteto off waivers from like the Italian league halfway through the year. And they're gonna roll the 2nd pair with Neil Pionk. Be like, oh, he's a good stay-at-home defenseman.
I hate those guys. I mean, maybe Dylan Sandberg doesn't even come back, man. He's just like mentally.
Dylan Sandberg might have killed people. I don't know.
They never really clarified that. It certainly sounded like
he was involved in a car accident where pedestrians were hit, and so they are seriously injured, I should say. So
there's 4 people in critical condition.
So yeah, I don't know if anyone knows Jets prospect Dylan Sandberg car accident Duluth.
Yeah. Those North Minnesota roads, they were like the people he hit were like 85 too. So
they were like apparently like I can't remember exactly what happened, but they were like outside of their car and then they got hit.
They had like I think there was like another accident and they were like checking or like someone hit a deer or something like I think somebody hit a deer and they were outside of their car like checking on the car or something and then he hit them.
Yeah.
Like on the road. So in broad daylight. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah.
Danny Heatley would be proud.
Danny Heatley would, he would have been proud, man. I'm not gonna lie. I can't fault you for saying that. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I have anything else here to promote at all. What do I got here?
Oh, I got something for you, Connor. I forgot I was wearing this. There it is.
It's not the Pascal jersey? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's disappointing. Why do you have that?
I wanted Boston Pizza.
It's very disappointing.
He asked me a skill testing question about Joseph Montana, and I was able to answer it.
Wow, you have a lot of skill.
Yeah. Third best team in the NFC West. Pretty wild.
Fuck that guy.
I don't know who you're pointing at, but if he's on the Rams.
Nick Foles.
Oh, Nick Foles? Yeah, Nick Foles sucks.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
Do you see the Packers were complaining today? Bears are being too rough or whatever.
Fuck the Packers.
I know, man.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
I know.
Look at that. The sweet tickets.
That's the only indoor building in Green Bay. It's the Sweets.
that might be true, man. I'm not gonna lie. Man, they really just like, this is a thick fucking book, man. Like, they went nuts on these things.
I mean, there's only 8. They do it eight times a year, man. That's it. That's all that happens in Green Bay.
Well, you know what? I don't know if you knew about this, but because they used to play half their games in Milwaukee and half their games in Green Bay, but in like the 70s or something, or like maybe the 60s, they always had the Green Bay name, but they would play in Milwaukee too. Then they moved permanently to Green Bay, but one game per year, they have like different season tickets for the Milwaukee season ticket holders. It's just one game per year, and this was the game. So maybe that might be why.
Do they still have that?
Yeah. Like when I went there, it was that game.
What?
Yeah. Bro, the fucking like highway to come into Green Bay was so packed. It was fucked. It was nuts. It was fucking crazy. Yeah. I don't know how they work that or like whatever it is, but I remember the guy talking about it a bunch. I have all the NFC North ones, man. I got the Vikings one too. Not good. Not good at all.
On a brighter note for the NFC North, the Bears are like right on the precipice of being able to slide below all those 4-win teams, and that could be massive for their drafting.
Yeah, you know what? They could they play Minnesota again, so you can
play some bad teams coming up, which is scary. Like they're gonna finish 8-8. That's my worst fear.
Yeah, definitely could happen.
The only good team they play is the Packers. It's not good. Because they'd have to win out to make the playoffs probably. So like even if they won out, they're just gonna lose to the Green Bay in the last week of the year, and then they're toast.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks. Unless they add that 8th spot.
Yeah, well, hopefully Virginia McCaskey does. Like they just got the whole organization. That's like what I'm hoping for at this point.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's what it's got to be done, you know. It's
like everyone, the president, the vendors, people selling popcorn, like gone.
Replace everyone.
The people that like run tailgates, kick them out.
What about does that include the players too?
Yeah, everyone. Literally everyone but like Roquan Smith. He can stay. Everyone else.
He's the only one.
He's the only one. Everyone else needs to go. Every single like the tour guide who gave me a tour of Soldier Field, I want him gone too.
Never want to see him again.
None of them.
You wouldn't even keep Pat O'Donnell?
No, no one. Like even like the memorial to like the soldiers who died in World War I, like gut it. Like I want like tear the whole like bulldoze Soldier Field and put up like a mini mall or something.
What would the new stadium be called?
I don't know. They're just gonna play in like a field. It'll be like they'll play on like Kelvin High School's field with a concrete track around it.
Kick extra points the other way.
Extra points back into the field.
What a fucking spot, man. What a world.
God, I'm pretty sure like, but you still kick field goals like the normal way. Like a ball went on the road when we played there. Like the Kelvin guy
I've seen that
on the road, and we're just like, okay.
That's so ridiculous, man. Like.
I know, man.
What a fucking spot.
It's school of like 1,800 people. That's what they put in. Like
they have like just a shit football field.
Like it just doesn't make. Why is there like a 3-lane concrete track? They're not doing track events there. Like there's no way.
It's not in good shape either.
No, it's terrible.
Not good at all. Yeah, so I think that's about it there. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna get this up, and we'll get to a resolution on a few of those things. and then we'll get into some of the media day specifics potentially, and I can get it going. So yeah, any parting words, Hank?
Just like to say to Jordan that he better win next week, or he should not leave his apartment.
That's pretty fair. Who does he play again? I already
He played Mr. Samuel Blakely.
Yeah, he sure does. Of course he does. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good parting shot. Yeah, you know what, Jordan? You better. You fucking. We'll come down to Osborne. We'll come knocking. Okay. I'm gonna bounce off of here. See ya. Peace.